Look at these two items. Look at them hard. Look at them like your very life depended on looking at them. These two items are biology and bullshit. What do they have in common? Well, I'll tell you. Like all great duos, both are connected by one factor, be it Batman and Robin, who are connected by their will to take revenge upon those who have murdered their families, or Jekyll and Hyde, connected by that weird magic shit that turns one into the other. The connection between biology and bullshit is none other than the Unit 4 paper. The Unit 4 paper is one of the stupidest, most retarded, most time-wasting hunk of ass tests I've ever taken, except maybe those tests to find out if you're a good kisser. Unfortunately, in both, I failed miserably. But I hold at least one accountable for being at fault for making me fail. Unit 4. After revising literally 2 hours beforehand, I was not expecting to do well, but at least I knew it would be at my own undoing. So I sat down and opened it. There was a graph about white geese. A little strange, I thought, but fine. Next page. What? Daffodils? I didn't learn this. What follows is page after page of the most useless, let alone unrevisable questions and graphs, which culminates in the shit heap of a question about pygmy shrews. 4 pages of pygmy shrews and counting hair and more fucking graphs. Fuck pygmy shrews and fuck this paper. Of all the papers I've ever taken, I've never seen one in which I could have walked in with no revision, but ironically, that doesn't make the paper easier. It's because it's so easy that there's nothing to say on each question. Describing graphs is too easy, and in it being too easy, leaves us with nothing to talk about, and so, low marks. It's the test equivalent of picking up a cheap Thai hooker and taking her back to your room and having great sex all night, only to find the next morning you have syphilis. Sure, it was easy, but in no way have you succeeded. The only question I did well on was the last one, about ATP, which you actually had to revise for. And you know what? Because there was actually content to revise for, I kicked ass on them, as I'm sure others have. So we all aced that bit, but that's 12 marks out of 75. That's... I can't work it out, but I'm pretty sure it's shit! So we've all done equally badly. Sure, some of us will still get good grades when compared to everyone else. But hell, I'd rather do well than just be least shit. Literally everyone may as well have stayed at home all year and wanked away their time watching Pornhub and Lost, although hopefully less wanking on the latter. When I told my gran about this, she simply said, "Oh well, what will be will be." Yeah, she's one of those people. But no, this shouldn't just be. In a perfect world, natural disasters shouldn't happen, but they still have to be tolerated for the world to sustain itself. But this world is clearly not perfect. It is very clearly flawed. But even in such a flawed world, Unit 4 paper shouldn't be tolerated to exist. It benefits no one. It's too shit for a very broken world. AQA, if you are listening, which you're clearly not, you've created something so bad that over 9,000 people have had to tell you, yet you retardedly assumed was good and released. I'm trying to think of funny words that AQA could stand for to really show them, but all I'm thinking of is replacing A with ass, so I'll abandon that plan. Now don't get us wrong, AQA. We love you. You've been like a mother to us, always there guiding us through our education, teaching us, testing us, and letting us suck from your glorious nipple of knowledge. But now you have seriously messed up, and in an attempt to make the paper easier so we can all get better grades and so make the national results seem amazing, you've taken it too far. You may have been our mother once, but where there was once this old sweet woman, there is now nothing but the saggy breasts and cold sour milk, which is a sign of a major fuck-up. Overall then, the Unit 4 paper was ass. AQA, fix it, or goddamn I'll make another one of these crappy reviews which use up hours of my very expendable time. Oh, and don't think you can get off the hook by simply giving us a free retake, cause that's... Oh, is that what you're offering? Fuck you, and fuck Terminator 4. The only way to solve this problem is to send Arnie back in time to destroy them both, but until then, we want action.